But who did this mother lover beat? What? Nobody? Okay.
One time. Yeah. Miko. Oh. Smoke one time. Smoke one. Drink one time. Drink. Let me fuck on one time. Smack. Tell the club boy one time. Tell the club up. Smoke on one time.
What up, everybody in the YTVC? So I just watched a video on Zone 6's channel. Big shout out to Zone 6. If you haven't subscribed to him, I would suggest that you do, because he keeps it real. He's really respectful, and it's one of my favorite channels. And he put out a video today called Keith Thurman's Duck List, and he basically put out a whole list of fighters that Keith Thurman was ducked by. And I saw a very interesting comment, and not to say that, you know, this question isn't warranted. I think it's a very good question, and I just wanted to kind of give my take on this question. So I don't even remember the name of the commenter. Do apologize if you come across this video and I didn't mention your name. I just don't remember. But they said, okay, but who did Keith Thurman beat? Now, please understand, this video is coming from the perspective of a Keith Thurman fan. So I do want you to keep that in mind. But this is a question that gets asked about a lot of fighters that people say are being quote unquote ducked. And this is my take on it, all right? And I hear this a lot about Keith Thurman, about Triple G. Some people say it about Wilder. So let's go ahead and get into it. So who did Keith Thurman beat? Now, I'm not going to lie. Keith Thurman does not have the best resume. And not that long ago, he was announced to be the #1 welterweight in the world. And as much as I like Keith Thurman, I don't agree with it. I actually can't crown anybody the best welterweight in the world right now. If I have to, I'm going to say Timothy Bradley. But even Timothy Bradley, you know, he needs to mix it up more, you know. I mean, yeah, you fought Pacquiao 3 times. That's great. But you need to mix it up now. You should have been mixing it up already. Now, keep in mind, he did also beat Jesse Vargas. And I don't care what anybody says, Vargas wouldn't have beat him. I mean, the referee, in my opinion, had no business refereeing. It's funny because at the beginning of the fight, I'm just like, could they have picked an older referee? Like, this dude is... he doesn't look like he's long for this world. I mean, I hate to say stuff like that, but he's a very old man. And he ended up making a very big mistake in the 12th round. And I do attribute that to his health, or not to his health, but to his age. That being said, I still don't think Jesse Vargas would have beat Timothy Bradley. But anyways, this is not about Vargas. This is not about Bradley. Just want to throw that out there. But who has Keith Thurman beat? Doesn't have the best resume, I'll give you that. However, a lot of times people are like, well, who did they beat? It's like, all right, that's fine. But when they go to try to fight somebody, I mean, he was Floyd Mayweather's #1 contender, and they denied him the fight. It's like, you keep saying, who did he fight? But it's like, well, somebody has to give him a chance. You got to start somewhere. And fact of the matter is, Keith Thurman put himself in position to be Floyd Mayweather's #1 contender, according to the WBA. And Floyd Mayweather decided to fight Berto. And Keith Thurman's not the only one who's been done wrong by politics such as this. Amir Khan is another one. And to be honest, I think after Floyd Mayweather fought Manny Pacquiao, I think he should have fought 2 more fights. And the first one should have been Amir Khan. And then the second one, Keith Thurman. I think Amir Khan deserved the deserved it a little bit more, just according to his resume. I mean, how these guys put themselves in position to be the number one contender, whether you agree with it or not, you also have to kind of take into account what they've done in the past. So I do think that Amir Khan should have got it first, and then Keith Thurman afterwards. I don't know that Amir Khan would have beat Mayweather. If he would have, then Keith Thurman versus Amir Khan, and Mayweather could have still went for a number 50, and that's just the way that I feel about that situation. But as far as who have they beat, if you're going to say that, you have to take into account, okay, then who do you suggest that they fight? Because they are trying to get these fights. Thurman tried to get the Maidana fight, and Maidana declined. Thurman tried to get Paulie Malignaggi. He declined. Thurman is going to go after Danny Garcia after he, fights Shawn Porter. So, I mean, it's not like he's not trying to get the fights, and it's not like he hasn't put himself in a position to, he has put himself in a position where he's even being considered to be the number one welterweight in the world right now. So like I said, I don't necessarily agree with that, but I also can't really crown anybody the number one welterweight right now just because nobody's mixing it up until this Saturday, which is very exciting for me. But anyways, I just wanted to kind of respond to that comment, not bashing the commenter, because it's a good question. It's a very good question, and my channel has been lacking in boxing content lately. It's been lacking in content, period, but a lot of these videos I've been making haven't even been about boxing, so we're coming back to boxing. So, but this was a great question. I do thank that commenter for inspiring this video. If you come across this video, and if they don't, I thank them nonetheless. To all my subscribers, anybody who watches my videos, or if you just so happen to stumble upon this video, please check out Zone 6. Hopefully I'll remember to include the link in the description after I do the editing. And y'all have a wonderful, blessed day. Peace.
Smoke one time, drink one time. Let me fuck on one time. Tell the club boy one time. Smoke on one time, drink on one time. Let me fuck on one time. Tell the club boy one time.